It's at this time on Wednesdays when we typically present Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner. And maybe today's the day we get an answer to your question. If you've never submitted a question but always been confused about the law in some way, well, I'll give you that info coming up so you can submit a question for future consideration. First, let's welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How you doing?
Doing just fine. Better question, how are you doing?
Well, I have a riddle for you.
Okay. I love riddles. Go ahead.
What do you call someone who contracts COVID 2 times in 2 weeks?
All kidding aside, obviously unlucky. But other than that, I'm not sure.
You call him Bruce.
2 times. You got it, you kicked it, and you got it back?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm sure you're not the first person, but it's probably pretty rare. That's awful. How you feeling then?
Well, I'm getting better the second time. I'm feeling a lot better, thank you.
So you went through a whole second wave of symptoms then, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Well, are you up to the challenge of the weekly question here? Are you okay to do that?
I'm always up to the challenge.
I kind of knew the answer. I know that you enjoy these questions. In some cases, you say they take you back to law school as far as racking your brain. And I also know you're not the kind of person that even though you may be under the weather, you want to sit still. So if you're ready, we'll get into today's question.
I am ready, Todd.
All right, here we go. Bruce, this email says, an avid bike rider, my son, was hit by a driver who opened his car door and struck my son who was riding his bike. My son was taken by ambulance to the hospital with several broken bones, including a fractured jaw. The police came and got the driver of the car's information. We don't know whether we should pursue the driver's car insurance. Can we pursue our uninsured motorist coverage if the driver is not insured? We are lost and need advice from a lawyer. And I can understand this. It's kind of hard, even if you feel like you can handle it on your own. It's kind of hard to know where to start. And I don't recommend handling it on your own, by the way. Bruce, what do you make of this?
Well, it's a very interesting question, and as always, if you're seriously injured as a result of someone else's negligence, the first thing you should do is contact a personal injury lawyer who could sort things out for you and guide you in the right direction. So I assume from this fact pattern that the bicyclist is riding, in his lane down the street.
Right.
And someone operating a car doesn't look and just opens the door just as the bicyclist is passing by and causes severe injuries to the bicyclist.
That's what it sounds like.
So the car operator would be responsible for his negligently opening the door directly into the path of the bicyclist. So we follow a normal pattern. The bicyclist would be able to submit his first $10,000 of bills to his own insurance company under the personal injury protection or PIP protection under his policy.
All right.
Hopefully the auto operator is well insured, so you would submit a claim to the auto operator's insurance company. But if he didn't have sufficient coverage to cover the extent of the damages of the bicyclist, bicyclist could also submit his damages to his uninsured motorist carrier.
Ah, okay. That's kind of like the backup plan. Gotcha. And we always talk about uninsured motorist coverage, how important it is. This would be another great example.
Yeah, it's the most important insurance you could obtain, and everybody should check their policy to make sure that they have stacking uninsured motorists. And as we've discussed many times, if someone doesn't understand or wants assistance in obtaining the appropriate insurance coverages, I'm happy for them to call me at no charge, and I will review their coverages with them.
I think that's a fantastic offer, and I think everybody should take advantage of that, especially if they're coming up on policy renewal time too. And I'll give that phone number out in just a second. Now, Bruce, what I'm thinking here too is there's another side of this coin in the sense that for all of us, who go about our business every day, not really thinking about it. Before you swing that door open and go to get out of your car, you really need to look over your shoulder, don't you?
Absolutely.
So that way you don't end up negligent, as undoubtedly, even though this may have been innocent enough on the car driver's part, but he's still negligent.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, Bruce, hopefully that is some help. I know it's great advice because it comes to us from the biker's lawyer. Now, typically we think of that as motorcycle biker. In this case, biker, and still excellent advice, Bruce. We much appreciate that.
Well, it's my pleasure as always, Todd. And hopefully next week when we speak, I'll be totally COVID-free and back in action.
I hope so too. Now, Mrs. Scheiner didn't contract it again, did she?
No, but she's very frustrated because she's symptom-free but can't get a negative test.
Oh, that is, I've heard a lot of people in that jackpot. That is frustrating. Well, please tell her we said hi. We hope the test comes back negative very soon. And for you, we certainly hope that you turn the corner and start feeling better.
Thank you very much, Todd. Look forward to next Wednesday.
All right, sir. Get some rest and thank you again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, down for his second round with COVID and still willing to answer some questions. If you'd like to submit a question for future consideration, go to the website and put the keyword Bruce in the search box. You'll go right to where you need to go. And if you'd like to get some feedback on your insurance policy, like Bruce was saying a second ago, or you've got a more immediate pressing situation that needs attention, please call the Port Charlotte office of 941-743-7777. That's the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner at 941-743-7777. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you.